Royal Update 2025, Princess Leonor Arrival Reveals Major Wedding Details. Madrid woke up different today. The skies above Zarzuela Palace were clear, the streets around the royal compound unusually calm, and yet there was a quiet tension in the air, a sense that something historic was about to unfold. For weeks, speculation had dominated the headlines. When would Princess Leonor return? And more importantly, what new revelations would come with her? Everyone expected a routine royal appearance. A smile, a wave, perhaps a few polite words to the press. But when Princess Leonor stepped out of the royal car this morning, the world immediately knew this was not just another appearance. This was something far greater. Because on this day, the future Queen of Spain arrived not just as a royal figure, but as a bride-to-be, carrying with her the long-awaited details of the royal wedding that has captivated Europe. And what she revealed has left Spain speechless. For months, the engagement between Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark has been the talk of Europe, a union that bridges two powerful monarchies, blending tradition, youth, and modern love in a way that few royal relationships ever have. But what no one expected was how deeply personal, emotional, and symbolic this royal wedding would be. This wasn't just about ceremony or titles. It was about legacy, about love that grew in the quiet corners of duty, and about a young woman who has learned to balance destiny with desire. When Leonor arrived at Madrid's royal palace today, she carried herself with the grace and calm that define her generation. Dressed in soft ivory tones, her subtle smile gave away both confidence and emotion. Behind her, the royal aides carried folders, files that, according to insiders, contained the finalized details of the royal wedding plan. And that's where everything changed. As she greeted the press, Leonor said just one sentence, gentle but firm: "It will be a celebration of two nations, and of two hearts that have found each other beyond duty." Those words echoed across Spain, Denmark, and the entire royal watching world. Because for the first time, the future Queen of Spain spoke not as a symbol of the crown, but as a woman who had chosen love on her own terms. So what do we know now? What are the details that everyone's been waiting for? Let's start with the setting. After months of speculation, it's now confirmed that the royal wedding will take place in Madrid's Almudena Cathedral, a location rich with symbolism and royal tradition. The same cathedral where her parents, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, were married in 2004. A place that connects generations of the Spanish monarchy, yet now reimagined through the lens of a modern royal love story. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Unlike previous royal weddings known for opulence and formality, Leonor has reportedly insisted on a ceremony that reflects her personal journey, a blend of royal heritage and heartfelt authenticity. There will be fewer diplomats, more family moments. Fewer ceremonial gestures, more emotional connections. The guest list, we're told, will include not only world leaders and monarchs, but also friends from her school days in Wales and her military academy colleagues. Yes, the future queen wants the people who shaped her life, not just those who define her title, to witness her most important day. And then came the reveal that stunned even seasoned royal experts. The date. Princess Leonor confirmed that the wedding will take place in spring 2026, time to allow both the Spanish and Danish royal families to prepare for what will be one of the most watched events in modern royal history. But there's something even more symbolic about that timing. Spring has always been significant for Leonor. It represents renewal, growth, and transformation. It was in the spring of 2023 that she completed her studies abroad, and it was in spring 2024 that she began her military training. Now, another spring marks the beginning of her future as a wife, and one day, a queen. Insiders describe her wedding vision as modern elegance rooted in Spanish soul. That means Spanish designers, traditional lace patterns inspired by Queen Sophia's wedding gown, and Danish elements woven in to honor Prince Christian's heritage. But that's just the beginning. The royal engagement has also become a delicate dance between two monarchies. Behind the scenes, both royal households, Spain's and Denmark's, have been working tirelessly to align traditions, protocols, and expectations. The Spanish monarchy values solemnity and history. The Danish, simplicity and intimacy. Leonor and Christian want both. Their goal: a royal union that symbolizes cooperation, unity, and love across borders. And yet, even as the official details emerge, the emotional undercurrents are impossible to ignore. Because for all the elegance and grandeur, this wedding is happening against a backdrop of immense pressure. Leonor is not just any bride, she's the heir to the Spanish throne. Every decision she makes is scrutinized. Every word, every gesture, every silence analyzed. When she delayed her 20th birthday celebration earlier this year to finalize her engagement, critics questioned her priorities. But today's announcement silenced those doubts. This was not hesitation, it was preparation. And her calm confidence during today's arrival proved that she is not only ready for marriage but ready for monarchy. Observers noted how King Felipe watched his daughter with quiet pride. He stood a few steps behind her as she spoke, allowing her to take the full weight of the moment, symbolically showing Spain that the future had arrived. Queen Letizia, radiant but emotional, smiled as Leonor held the microphone. Insiders later revealed that she had been deeply involved in the wedding planning process, guiding her daughter through the traditions while respecting her independence. But perhaps the most emotional moment came when Leonor was asked about her fiancé, Prince Christian. Her reply was simple, heartfelt, and instantly viral. "He's my best friend. And soon, he will be my partner in everything that lies ahead." Those words touched millions. It wasn't royal rhetoric, it was real emotion. And while Leonor spoke from Madrid, Christian was watching live from Copenhagen, where he's completing a series of pre-wedding official duties. Shortly after her statement, he posted a brief message through the Danish royal house's official account. "Every step she takes makes me prouder. I can't wait for the next one." It was short, poetic, and deeply personal, proof that even in a world ruled by protocol, love finds a way to sound human. As Spain celebrates this new royal chapter, the world is now turning its gaze to what comes next, the royal pre-wedding tour. Reports suggest that Leonor and Christian will embark on a joint visit across Spain and Denmark early next year, symbolizing unity and shared purpose. In Spain, they'll visit major regions, Asturias, Catalonia, Andalusia, meeting citizens and reaffirming the monarchy's role as a bond between tradition and modernity. In Denmark, they'll visit Copenhagen and Aarhus, showing the strength of a new royal generation determined to bridge cultures. And yet, beneath all the beauty and diplomacy, lies the quieter truth of Leonor's journey. She was born into destiny, but she has learned to own it. She has faced public criticism, the pressure of expectation, and the constant comparisons to monarchs before her. And through it all, she has shown grace, patience, and a remarkable ability to remain true to herself. Today, as she stands on the threshold of marriage, she represents something far greater than a royal figure. She represents a generation, young, intelligent, emotionally aware, and unafraid to define leadership through empathy rather than authority. So what does this mean for Spain? In a world where monarchies must constantly evolve to remain relevant, Leonor's story has become a powerful reminder that the future of royalty lies not in tradition alone, but in authenticity. Her marriage to Prince Christian won't just be the merging of two royal bloodlines, it will be the blending of two stories of growth, of resilience, and of love that defied expectations. And as Spain prepares for a royal wedding unlike any before, one thing is certain, the world will be watching, not for spectacle, but for sincerity. Because in the end, it isn't the jewels or the ceremony that make a queen. It's the heart behind the crown. And today, as Princess Leonor arrived in Madrid and revealed the details that will shape her wedding and her reign, she didn't just make headlines. She made history. A history written not in power, but in purpose. Not in duty, but in devotion. And not in silence, but in the steady, confident voice of a young woman ready to lead, and to love, on her own terms. Because this is not just another royal update. This is the beginning of Spain's next chapter. And the world is watching every beautiful moment unfold.